This will probably be one of the most important videos I ever make. So here we go. It goes out to all atheists, Jews, Christians, Muslims, whatever religion you are. And maybe for you atheists, this will clear some things up. In the Old Testament, you always had two priesthoods. You had the Levitical or the Aaronic priesthood, which they worshiped their God Yahweh. And then under the Melchizedek priesthood, you had El Elyon, or the Most High God, which was worshipped in the Melchizedek order. Now, let's go to Hebrews chapter 7 to see what this says about how there was a difference between these priesthoods. So here we go. Hebrews chapter 7 verse 15 says, "And it is yet far more evident, for that after the similitude of Melchizedek there ariseth another priest, who is made not after the law of a carnal commandment." The carnal commandment was the Aaronic priesthood. It was the Levitical priesthood. This is where you see bloodshed, animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, dashing children's heads against rocks, accepting virgins and gold, slaying, genocide, all of these things under the law of a carnal commandment. But after this came the Melchizedek priesthood that rose up as the power of an endless life. This was the priesthood of the prophets in the Old Testament. This is why they were destroyed, why they were killed by Israel, because they were following that higher priesthood. "For he testifieth, thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek." We know Jesus followed this priesthood because he actually quotes Psalm 110, which is one of the only times that Melchizedek is talked about in the Old Testament. Let's continue. So atheists, agnostics, you have every right to be the way you are. Because the thing is, things have not been taught. They have not shown us what the truth is behind this. But the Mosaic law, the Aaronic law, the Levitical law, that was the law of a carnal commandment. This is why you see all the bloodshed, all the war. That was under the God Yahweh, a territorial God who worked his way as in being a universal God, which isn't true at all. The true God is El Elyon under the Melchizedek order. This is the God that Jesus worshipped. This is why Jesus told the Jews in Jerusalem, which is a part of that lower priesthood, Jerusalem is in the south, that their God was from below and his God was from above. This is why Jacob, Elijah, different prophets, they worshipped in the north at Bethel, the house of El, or El Elyon. This is why Paul went up to Damascus to destroy the followers of Christ, because they were in the north. Okay? So there's two priesthoods. This is the war of the priesthoods. God bless you guys. I love you. You have a great night.